What's up YouTube, BizMathy here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to win in wholesaling in 2022. This is just a list of 5 suggestions, 5 advice that I want to give you all, and also suggestions for myself that I can learn because I kind of looked over 2021 and the mistakes I made in my wholesale real estate business. And essentially, I want to let you all know what I learned in 2021 and give you all different tips and advice that you all can learn from in order to avoid my mistakes. So this is suggestions for you all and also suggestions for me to implement into my real estate business. So number 1, how to win in wholesaling in 2021. The first thing is to pivot. Now, let me tell you all a story about my experience with pivoting in 2021 with wholesale real estate. I've been marketing in 2021 specifically through direct mail, and direct mail is great and I still get deals with direct mail, but for me in 2021 direct mail just wasn't working, and I've been doing it for months. I was spending thousands of dollars on my marketing campaign with direct mail, and I talked to some other wholesalers and they were just doing fine. They were doing great, they were thriving, and a lot of them still had a little bit of direct mail, but they were mostly doing cold calling and texting. And in my market, I have to adapt to what the sellers are more receptive to and what has been working for other investors. But I didn't do that. I didn't pivot. Yes, it's good when you start off to stick to one marketing plan, right? Have a time trial, have a time period. Like, okay, I'm going to try direct mail for 6 months, or I'm going to try cold calling for 4 months, right? Have a time period. And if it doesn't work out for that time period, that's when you can pivot. And for me, I've been doing direct mail for, a couple years now, probably almost 2 years. And yeah, it worked for me in 2020, but in 2021, it significantly slowed down for me. And so I was supposed to pivot during that time. And so how to win in wholesaling in 2022 is to pivot. Let's say your marketing campaign, let's say you're texting in your area and it's just not working. And you tried it for a couple months and your sellers are just not being receptive to texting. That's when you can pivot. Maybe direct mail may be more effective in your business. Pivoting is going to be key in wholesaling in 2022. How to win in wholesaling in 2022. Number 2, I'm going to say get creative. Now, you all know there's definitely a rise of creative financing thanks to PaceMorby. PaceMorby is an amazing account to follow if you want to learn more about sub-2, seller financing, leases, and other awesome content around wholesaling, real estate investing, and all that jazz. So get creative. I think one of the things I need to implement more is sub-2 or probably seller financing. I'm still not into like the leasing stuff, and wraps and all that jazz, but definitely hard money loans, private money, seller financing, and sub-2 is something that I need to look into in 2022 because prices are extremely high and they're probably going to continue on rising in 2022. So the way you acquire these properties are going to look different. Let's say you're not wholesaling. Let's say you're acquiring rental properties, or you are wholesaling and you cherry pick your rentals, right? You have to understand that the traditional way of getting a loan or just buying these properties for cash probably won't work, or it can work still in 2022, but being creative is my win at the end. Just looking into, okay, what are some deals that I could be a little bit more creative? Let's say you get a wholesale deal and it's a decent price and you can't move it. Maybe wholesale that deal, maybe take that property down, or maybe tell the seller, hey, I'll take over your loans for this time until I find a cash buyer. Because yeah, you can sub-2 a property and then still wholesale it. You just wholesale that property over to another investor after you acquired it through sub-2. All right, so yeah, getting creative is one way to win in your wholesale real estate business in 2022. All right, so before we go on, I already gave you all 2 amazing points, so make sure you like this video. Do it right now. So smash that like button and subscribe. A lot of you all watch my videos but are not subscribed. If you all are enjoying this video, enjoying the content on this channel, please subscribe, like this video, comment. All right, let's head to number 3. So number 3, how to win in wholesaling in 2022 is to network even more, you all. We always preach network, 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 connect, collab, whatever you can do. And that's something that I need to do for myself in my business. Now, all these lists, you all, I could do a little bit better at for sure. sure. And networking is one of them. And it doesn't always have to be in person. You can just join groups, but be active in that group. Comment on posts, message people directly. Say, oh, I saw you made this post about this property or this investment or this Airbnb. Can I stop by and look at this property? Can we hop on a call real quick to just talk about the details of this, and or just message them directly and just ask them questions through that. Because, you know, I have people reach out to me and they say, oh, let's go out for lunch. But sometimes investors don't only want to go to lunch and just like meet in person. Like, they're busy people with busy schedules. And so sometimes just messaging them and connecting with them through Messenger or Facebook DM is the best way. And then eventually you can build rapport in order to meet them in person, maybe through different RIA groups or different events happening around your area related to real estate investing. Another thing about networking is that they push you, they motivate you, they put ambition in you. Like when you're around these real estate investors that are doing deals on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, right? They push you, you know, because I think sometimes when we're just by ourselves, we kind of have to motivate ourselves, but we're not made for that. Yes, you can be a self-starter and a self-motivator, but we as humans were made to be relational, right? And so we're made to feed off of someone else's energy and positivity and their ambition. When you're surrounded by successful people, usually you become just like the people you're surrounded by. So make sure you all network to become successful in wholesaling in 2022. Number 4, how to win in wholesaling in 2022 is just to be practical, right? Let's get practical, you all, because the first 3 kind of talking about the overview of wholesaling, the macro version of wholesaling and how to win in it. But let's get a little bit more micro, practical. And I'm going to make a video in the future pretty soon on step-by-step how to wholesale your first real estate deal. You all get practical, meaning go out in the field, you all. Go drive for dollars. If you haven't gotten your first deal, driving for dollars is the best way to get your first deal, period. So make sure you all go out and drive for dollars. If you're looking for an app to help you drive for dollars, check out Deal Machine down below. You can use my link. There's some special features and discounts using my link, so you can use my link down below. But drive for dollars. Look for these discounted properties. Take them down. Call the sellers, right? Set up an appointment, put them under contract, find a cash buyer, go to the title company, close, collect your cash, and repeat. That's how you get your first deal in wholesale real estate in 2022. It's been the same since 2020, whatever. Make sure you all get practical in your business, you know, stop consuming so much content and start doing what you consume. If you're learning about this right now, start actually doing it in the real world, all right, you all? So get practical. Get your eyes less off of YouTube, less off of Instagram, and go out in the field, cold call, drive for dollars, look for these discounted properties. All right, so number 5, the final way to win in wholesaling in 2022 is to have the end in mind. So essentially, that basically means, what is your end goal with wholesaling? Do you just want to make a big wholesale real estate business and stick to wholesaling for the rest of your life? Or do you want to acquire some rental properties, get some short-term rentals, start flipping some properties, get into commercial deals, development, new construction? What do you want to do as your end goal? And the reason I say that is that while you're wholesaling in 2022 and you're becoming successful and you're getting deals, let's say eventually you want to hold rentals, right? Start cherry picking those properties that you come across. Say, okay, this is actually a good property I can rent out. Yes, it needs some repairs, but I'm going to get a loan and I'm going to fix this up. So have your end goal in mind even before starting and set your business accordingly, right? Let's say you want to create a wholesaling business and just stick to that. What you can do is, okay, early on after your first or second deal, when you have enough cash, hire someone to pull lists from you from PropStream. Hire someone to do the task that you don't really want to do, but can easily teach someone else to do it, that you can easily delegate to someone else early on. Like, as long as you have, I think, like $10,000 in a bank, you can start hiring someone in your business. And that's a huge mistake I made in my wholesaling real estate business, is that I didn't hire people early on, right? Or at all. Like, I was making good money. I was just sticking to a one-man show. But honestly, for me, that's not my end goal. My end goal is not to have a big wholesaling business. I want to own rental properties. And so that's eventually my route, right? And so all of these different lists that I just told you all applies to me. Like, I need to do all of these things more in my business, right? Because I think I definitely made some huge mistakes in 2021. And yeah, I'm shifting more to acquiring rental properties, and I'm still looking for some. I've been in talks with sellers, negotiating, things fell through and other things like that. So you all stay on the lookout, stay tuned when I acquire my first rental property, and I'll make a good video about that and how I acquired it. All right, so you all, those were 5 ways to win in wholesaling real estate in 2022. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you all are interested in any resources, check the links down below, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace and Happy New Year's.